What's up, guys? I have to post this video because I've worked very hard on it and I'm glad to introduce the sleep tent. But before I show off the sleep tent, I want to talk about why did I make the sleep tent? Because that is probably the bigger issue than showing off the sleep tent itself. Me personally, I have a very hard time falling asleep, okay? I've got to have it cold. I've got to have it pitch black. I've got to have good white noise. I need to have a fairly comfortable bed. And this right here does all of that. So let's get started. I'm going to show it off. Okay guys, here is the sleep tent right now, and there was several objectives that I wanted to accomplish when I made this sleep tent. Number one, I wanted it to be completely pitch black, and I was able to do that with this fabric right here. This is a blackout fabric that goes on windows, and it definitely does that. And I'm going to go inside later on, but I'm still going to talk about what I was trying to accomplish. Another thing I was trying to accomplish was to design the sleep tent to where a mattress can fit in there if I need to travel and the room does not have a bed. And if you can see in this picture right here, I designed it to where this air mattress that my dad bought me could fit in there. This one right here, this is the one my dad bought. I'm trying to think where are the dimensions. Oh, right here. Okay, so it's 39 inches wide, it's 75 inches deep, and it's 8.5 inches tall. And going back to this, now another thing I wanted to do is design it to where it could come apart and come together. And the way I accomplished that was I bought 1/2-inch PVC pipe at Home Depot. And here's another design feature I added is this is my AC unit. And in the future, I need to look into finding a smaller one that could fit more into a suitcase. And I've designed it to where there's a strap around the unit. And I got kind of this cardboard, let me flip this thing up, a cardboard box that what happens is the unit shoots into the bed and makes it super cold. This design is not perfect. As you can see, you know, I had to go back and do some stitching where I shouldn't have. I mean, it's not 100% beautiful, okay? I mean, if I were to make this a product, this is definitely a rough prototype, okay? Let's move on to some other things, okay? Right here is kind of a door to get into it, okay? You just lift it like this, and you go in. And I'm going to come around to the other side of the bed, and right here where my finger is, there's another door to come out that way. If, you know, I go into another Airbnb and I need to reorganize the bed. So I have an option to get out that way or an option to get out that way. All right, moving on down. How this works is this is kind of like a massive sock that goes into the PVC pipe. As you can see, here is Velcro. Basically let me back up, from here to down here is a Velcro. Like right here, you can see there's Velcro. I sewed all this myself. Here's more Velcro. All right. And that's about it from the outside. Now I'm gonna go inside. Okay guys, so we're inside the bed tent. And as you can see here, I bought this at Walmart. This is kind of to see around what you're doing if you need to get up in the middle of the night. And then I have kind of this is kind of crappy looking. But here's a Walmart bag I put in here to kind of put in my I have some, you know, sleep stuff like, let me get it real quick. Like my sleep mask, or some ear things to put in my ear when I'm sleeping, you know. Or anything else you got to put in here. You know, if there's stuff you want to put in, you can. Again, here, let me see if I can take this off because it's very dark in here. So here's the PVC pipe. It kind of runs all the way around the bed. Oh, and here's the door. Here's the door number 1 and door number 2. And I'm going to turn this off to kind of show how dark it really is in here. Look at that. Look at how dark it is, guys. And it is the middle of the day right now. It's about around 10 o'clock in San Antonio right now. And look at how dark it is, guys. I mean, I can't see. I mean, this camera, there are some, the camera won't pick it up, but there are some light leaks that I'm going to have to address. You know, there are some modifications that I'm going to have to do to the design, but it's super dark in here. I mean, this fabric definitely works. The first time that I slept in this bed, I was kind of like, I was kind of scared that it wasn't going to work. But once I got that one night under my belt, I was very happy that I bought this fabric. Okay. All right, so I'm going to get out of the bed right now. This is how you get out. You just kind of pull the blanket, pull the door like this. You crawl out. I'm going to turn the light on. All right. So now that I've kind of gone in there and shown the bed, I'm going to take it apart and put it into a suitcase to show that it can be taken apart. All right, so stay tuned. Okay guys, the sleep tent is in this suitcase right here. And for those of y'all wondering, the suitcase is 16 inches this way, about 2 feet this way, and about 8.5 inches tall this way. All right, so let's open it up to show, so I can show you guys how I packed it in there. All right. So how I did it was the PVC pipes and the connections are kind of in this bag right here. Let me lay it on the floor. In that bag right there. And I kind of want to talk about this a little bit. What I did to kind of keep track of things and make it easy to set up is the ones that are the width, what I did was I had to cut them in half. Because if you can see in the picture where this one right here, it was one piece. So I had to cut them in half and do it to where, and the reason why is because what happened when I was driving to San Antonio is like, I think about 4 or 5 of them were sticking out of the suitcase, and I didn't like that. So what I had to do is something like this. Let me show you. Something like this. See how there has to be a connection right here instead of one long piece? I did that so it could all fit in this case. And another thing that you guys might comment on is, as you can see right here, I have this connection. And you would think logically the smarter one would have been this one right here. But I got a story behind this one. The problem with this one is when you stick the PVC pipe in here, it's such a pain to get it out. I mean, it pretty much is it's pretty much glued in there once you put it in. Like, it's such a pain to get out. That's why I bought these. Because this connection right here is a lot more giving. It's a lot easier to pull it out. Okay? And another thing I wanted to talk about is one thing I did to make sure that I know that this is a wide, like the ones that are that are the wide connections is permanent marker, and I colored this to show that it's a wide PVC. This one right here, all of them have it. See, this one's got it. This one has it too. See? It has, I used a permanent marker to color it. So, before I go is, here's the sleep tent folded up in here. Alright? So it shows that this whole thing is travel friendly. Before I designed this, the way I used to do it was this picture right here. I used to just stack a bunch of blankets on top of each other. But by doing that, you know, it would take forever to figure out and configure. But now, I doing it this way, you can put it takes me about 10 to 15 minutes to assemble it. So, and I think it was worth it. It did take a lot of work to put all this together, but I did, you know, but I think for me personally, this is a necessity for me. Okay, because if you don't sleep well, it's gonna impact you in millions, maybe not millions. It's gonna impact you in so many ways. Okay, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I hope to see you later. Bye bye.